What's going on, everybody? Harry here, and yes, here we are talking about UFC 298. Been very pumped up for this, looking forward to this. Let's get straight to it. First fight, you have Merab Dishaval, probably saying it wrong, against Henry Cejudo, Triple C, King of Cringe. Henry Cejudo, we haven't seen him since his loss against Aljamain, and he had a couple other fights that were going to happen. Didn't happen. Now we have this. This can push him again to another possible title fight, or he faces the winner of Sugar Sean and Chito Vera. So we'll see what happens with that. Or maybe another Aljamain fight. Who knows? We'll see what happens with this. I do have Henry Cejudo winning. There could be a little biasness in there. I'm a big Triple C fan. Merab can easily smother him, land a couple of shots and win a decision. I don't see him submitting him. But Triple C's an Olympian. He's an Olympic gold medalist. I can see him out wrestling the Merab, and possibly getting a choke on him, peppering him a little bit. I don't like Cejudo's stance, that open chin karate stance he does. To me, he's not lengthy enough to do that, get away with it. But I still have Cejudo winning that fight. Next, you have Jeff Neal against Ian Machado Gary. Unless you've been living under a rock, Ian Gary's been going through that craziness he's been going through. His personal life, it is what it is. But he's undefeated. He's a dog. He's dealt with a lot of stuff online, going through mental health stuff, and had to get out of a fight earlier this year. And now he's back going against Jeff Neal. And now I do think Machado Gary does win. I think he's just more talented overall. I think he's a dog. But if Jeff Neal were to beat him, let alone starch him, I think you see a gigantic downfall of Ian Machado Gary. All this hype building up, all the drama, everything that's been with it, I think that just comes crashing down with a starch from Jeff Neal. But if he beats him, the train keeps going, the party keeps going, keeps climbing the ladder, and I think that's what the UFC wants, because they have all this negative and positive attention to him because of his personal life, and then he's undefeated, so you can keep marketing him. The machine will keep going. I think he's one that they want to get behind because of everything behind it. Again, UFC is kind of like WWE, so you want that to continue pushing into him. So I got Ian Gary winning. If Jeff Neal wins, I just see the comet crash come crashing down, and it could be over. Might be a little over-exaggerated, but that's what I think. Your co-main event, finally. I've been waiting for this guy to fight for, it seems like years. It's been months, but he's been pulling out non-stop. You got Paulo the Eraser Costa against Robert Whittaker. Now, this is one fight that I've been looking forward to for such a long time. Paulo, like I said, has been trying to fight for, it seems like, years. Been pulling out, an injury here, an injury there. Wanted a better opponent. Wanted to fight Hamza, which I wish that would have happened. And then he got staph in his last outing. He was going to fight. Real bad staph infection. Had surgery, I think 2 or 3 surgeries. Now he's back. Finally, the camp is there, but he's been out a very long time. His last fight was against the now retired Luke Rockhold. So what Paulo Costa we're going to get? We're going to get the Eraser, the one that destroyed, was it Derek Brunson? Or, no, I forgot who it was, but he destroyed one of those guys. Or we're going to get the one that fought Luke Rockhold and couldn't take him out. Got hit a lot too. And again, he's been out a long time. Robert Whittaker's been, for the most part, pretty active. We last seen him get destroyed by Dricus Du Plessis. So this is a good middleweight bout. It's going to show where these guys are at a crossroads right now. Robert Whittaker, been beat by Izzy multiple times. Multiple title shots have been beat by by Dricus, number one contender and all that. Perennial champion. Or are we going to get... So again, is he going to keep going that route to get another title shot, or is he going just down, losing, can't ever get the big shot, can't ever get the big win, can't beat the contenders anymore? We shall see. Paulo Costa, again, which one are we getting? Are we getting the Eraser, or are we getting the guy that we've seen lately? The meme guy, the one winning a decision against Luke Rockhold. We haven't seen him get a hard knockout in a long time. So which one are we getting? I think most people have Robert Whittaker winning, just because he's been more active. He's been, again, Paulo Costa fought Izzy, but got mollywopped against him, got murked. So now, who's going to keep continuing to be a contender, or who's just going to go down and be a fan favorite type fighter, gatekeeper, if you will? I hope Costa wins. I kind of feel like Robert Whittaker might win just because he's been more active, more serious, if that. But Paulo Costa's bodied up. He's super strong. He hits really hard, and if he's engaged as he used to be, I think he can take out Robert Whittaker. And the way it is too, when you've been knocked out, when you've been beat up, it adds up. And Robert Whittaker, like I said, got destroyed. He's been knocked out with Adesanya, but he got really beat up with Dricus. Just did not expect that. So I think, if you only have a couple knockouts in you, and I think if Paulo is that old Paulo that we know, that we love, and he, connects with him real good, I think he can take out Whittaker. And then you see the downfall of it. You hate to see it. You see Paulo calling maybe Izzy out, who knows, or you see him moving up to light heavyweight. We have no idea. Although I don't think his stature is big enough for light heavyweight. He's a big guy, but I don't think he's long enough for light heavyweight. I think middleweight's good for him, even though he sucks down a lot of weight and has had weight cutting issues. But I'm taking Paulo, even though I know he's the underdog, and a lot of people have Robert. Hopefully Paulo gets it. Your main event is Alexander Volkanovski against Lila Topuria. And this is one that I'm or Ilya Topuria, sorry. And this is one I'm very worried about Volkanovski, because he, just got, murked against Islam. And this is a very quick turnaround. He's going against Ilya, who's just a monster. So I don't know if Alexander should have taken this shot right away. I think he should have took some more time off. He's been super, super active, but has gotten beat up. So you can even tell something's not all there mentally. So all I got is fighting. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have it, which means what's going on. Is he depressed? What's going on? I mean, he's elaborated more about it, but you worry about Alexander. I don't see this going well for him, though. I think Ilya's is just gonna run through him. I can't even believe I'm saying that about Alexander Volkanovski, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think Ilya's going to run right through him. I think he's going to TKO him in the second round, maybe first, and he's just going to continue on. I think Alexander needs like a solid 1 year layoff to get things healthy, get things together, because when you get knocked out that quick, it's just hard to turn around unless you're Alex Pereira, I guess. That guy's something else, but Volkanovski's a monster. I just think he's running into another monster, and Alexander's like a wounded monster right now. So I just wouldn't. I'm surprised he took this fight this early. I know he wants to try to get back in the win column. He wants to try to right his wrongs with the losses he had, but I wouldn't have done that this quick. That's why I have Ilya winning, and that guy's just a beast himself. We'll see what happens. This is there.